Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? BigMacDaddy. Yeah! Or should I say...
Yeah!
YouTube Rewind 2018 has kind of bombed out. For those of you who've been following this whole trend, it's nearing 10 million dislikes right now. Not doing so hot. And right now, every single person's trying to get their hands on something like doing their own version of the Rewind. So I think it's time to throw my hat into the ring.
Welcome friends, family and subbots to YouTube Rewind 2018.
So, I'm going to call 2018 quite a successful year, when you think about it. It started off tumultuously actually. When I think back on it, I just came off a hot Need for Speed playback series way back in November, December's time. And I was doing quite well in relation to my quiet year of 2017. I didn't record much, was losing a bit of interest in YouTube, you know. Couldn't get all that content out and the consistency was off. So Need for Speed Playback helped a lot, but I struggled a lot to get a full series because of the whole copyright issues. Background music was so overwhelming in the game that I kept getting strikes on my videos, and afterwards I was just too afraid to record, I guess. Afraid of channel deletion, afraid of a bad rep that YouTube gives you for, you know, stealing IP content or something like that. When it clearly didn't mean to, but hey, that happens. And then I didn't know what to record at the beginning of the year. I started picking random games. You'll see my first one was actually quite a successful one later on, but not as successful at first. It was games I played but don't record. That was the 6th of January 2018. And then a lot of random stuff came. My old Madden videos came through. I think there was a few Battlefield 1 videos that I've already made a long time ago, so it didn't get a lot of popularity. So the thing that eventually saved me was unfortunately Fortnite. Hello.
Besides for the few anomalies, the randomness of the clips didn't make my videos that popular, and really it was only Fortnite that was this continuous series. Also at the time it was a hot topic, so if you had the content, you got the views.
But there was a problem. Problem was, even though Fortnite was ranking up its popularity and getting me more views and a bit more subscribers, it became a very repetitive game. I remember I actually uninstalled the game at a point, only to be cooed back into it by my friends because they were still loving it very much. I've been past it even before Season 3 rolled out. By Season 2 I was thinking like, oh, this is a bit of a tired thing. Are they gonna re-innovate this? Are they gonna do something, go in a pretty different direction? But they didn't. They kept up with their content, and ultimately it just didn't interest me anymore. So I needed something new. I needed something fast. This carried on for quite a few months. I had the random games rolling, which was not getting the views. I had Fortnite going, which was getting views, but which was a very boring game for me. So I had to think of something else, and that something else was live streams.
Streams were a completely different breed if you consider it, because there was no editing involved. I had to make longer clips and rely on raw footage, but pretty soon I realized that the views were there to be found.
Gee, you know what this rewind really needs? An In My Feelings challenge. Okay, do you want me? Do you want me? Do you wanna touch my salami? Or pastrami? Or gelane? But a problem. I didn't have the internet connection really for streams. A few of the times at first I got lucky, especially with my Elder Scrolls Online, because it isn't like a, you know, it isn't a game that requires a strong internet connection. It's just an MMO, so most of the stuff involved requires just kilobytes per second, literally. And that's what at times I did because of the network traffic. And once I tried to move on to something like Dead by Daylight and something like Black Ops maybe, or something like that, the thing just plummeted. It was chaotic, and oftentimes I was planning a video and hyped up the video, and then last minute changes forced me to go make something else. Something like maybe Monster Hunter, which I was never planning to do something on, and it didn't get as many views as I would have liked. Even though it was fun to play, people just didn't turn up in attendance. Stuff like that, you know, it kind of was an unexpected thing, and afterwards I decided it's much more of a risk trying to rely on my streams to get me views. Plus, I was running out of games to stream. So the next question came, what comes after streams? And the answer was vlog.
Vlogs were a bit more insightful and gave a kind of personal touch into what we were doing with our lives. More people tuned in and watched, and I was glad to see my channel grow.
I'm a good dad. But still had the final challenge of trying to get a new games, new content. Because yeah, the vlogs surely have had a good impact on my channel as well. You can see how many views they racked up. Each one of them did extremely well compared to my other videos, like they blew them out of the water. And I understand, it's more of a personal touch. You can see more into my life and it's a lot of more insight. But even with that, I still want to make gaming videos because of my passion for it, how much I enjoy it, as well as how much I make content and bring it to you. So that was the problem I had, and I needed to find a way. Luckily, one savior to win them all, one savior to beat Fortnite and all the other battle royales came through. And that savior was
Red Dead, the game who saved us all, the game who made 2018. Is there anything else I have to add?
Here we are. That is how we got to our current predicament or current standpoint. From the 6th of January 2018, where I started with a measly 20 subscribers, 22 subscribers, around about those figures, to the point we are now. We are, this is currently December 13th, 2018 as I'm recording this. Currently sitting on 72 subscribers. I know it ain't like a meteoric increase and I'm not suddenly a YouTube celebrity, but I mean, it's still good growth for a small channel, and I really appreciate all the support that got me this far, got me going still, made this what it is. It's unbelievable, and thank you so much. That also leaves us with something else. 3 points I want to mention up, 3 things to close off this video. Number 1 is, what were my personal YouTube highlights of 2018, like the YouTube world and YouTube things, because YouTube Rewind tended to just, you know, skip a few of them over. Logan Paul. Anyways, I'd say PewDiePie vs. T-Series was magnificent to watch. Personally, I'm always going to be with the independent creator because, you know, it's one guy versus the corporation, and it's actually supposed to be a losing battle, but looking at his subs gap right now, he's taking the fight to them and he's winning. So, points to him for doing that. That's quite impressive. Logan Paul vs. KSI, the fight was entertaining to watch, though I didn't really understand what the conflict was about. Whoopsie. I'd also say Logan Paul and the Forest, and a lot of you are gonna comment on that. Yeah, it was a bad publicity stunt, crash to his rep as well, but you know, it's a major point of 2018. It still needs to be brought to our attention. Does the news just, you know, skip over the bad news and just go to the good news? No, no, no. There should be no covers, no blinders on our eyes. Allow us to see everything. That is what I see YouTube as, and that's kind of, I think, why also a lot of people hated on the Rewind, because it only tended to focus on what the corporation and the business people want, but they didn't tend to go to what the viewers watched and what the viewers supported and what the viewers were commenting on and fuming about in 2018. Shane Dawson did a great series on Jake Paul, I think. You should definitely go watch that. That's also a YouTube highlight for me. His career just took off. It's magnificent. Yeah, I think I'm more tended towards the negative stuff, or like the more competitive stuff in YouTube, it seems. But that was definitely my YouTube highlights 2018, and as well just my own channel taking off. That was fantastic to watch. Yeah, that's point number 1, which brings us to point number 2. Point number 2 is that what lies ahead? What does 2019 look like? What is the future of Big Mac Daddy? Well, let me let you know on a few projects that I have. I obviously need to bring out a new trailer for 2019. That's going to be in the works as soon as January comes around. My girlfriend did mention she wants to make a video if we get 100 subscribers, so do your job, viewers. Do your job. As well as I'm going to try and look at other videos. I haven't made a few videos on Battlefield V, so I want to make some compilation. A funny moments thing, anything like that. Red Dead Online I could still make something out of. I haven't played a lot with my mates yet, so we can get around like that and make another collaboration. And yeah, Soma. Soma is also a new release in December, and I really want to try it out. It's a scary game, but the thing is I want a webcam. I want you to see how genuinely terrified I am of horror games. I don't like them at all. Yeah, even the clickers in Last of Us threw me off, but yeah, that's what's in the works currently. And that brings me off to my final point. Shoutouts! 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 I should probably just get a megaphone for that. But anyways, this is just a kind of thing I want to start in 2019 whenever I can, whenever possible, on a few videos. Where I just commend maybe a certain channel, maybe a video of someone else, maybe something I'd like to share. Maybe not even YouTube related, just a common shout out to someone. I've got a few I want to mention. A few of them is going to be channels and a few of them is going to be videos. Let's start with what inspired me to make my own rewind. Actually, it was not the YouTube rewind. It instigated it, of course it instigated it. But the thing that pushed me towards making my own rewind and recounting on my successes as well as my challenges was Yes Fury's video. Now, any of you who have seen Yes Fury's things before know they do an unbelievable amount of work with people. They work with complete strangers. They bring them out of their comfort zones, but they create adventures and memories unlike almost anything I've seen on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. I challenge you to go check them out. I've also posted a few things on my Instagram feed before regarding their challenges and kindness and all that stuff. They're people that are involved in so much community work and charity, and I commend them for that. They made a great YouTube rewind video with a lot of life lessons, something that we all can take away from and apply to 2019. So I recommend check it out. I'll leave the link in my description. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to post a picture of the logo that you can see on the channel, as well as I'll post the channel link in the description. It's called the Weester18. Anyone who watches PewDiePie will be familiar with this channel. It's about it started with a kid that did these unbelievably cute drawings, and it was inspiring drawings of just everyday things. Like, it could be animals, most likely. Most of them were animals, as well as other things like even a cute little hot dog. The sad part is that he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and unfortunately the channel creator did pass away a few weeks back. And we bless his soul. I'll pray for his soul, of course, and he will be in my thoughts and prayers. But definitely go check him out. I'll leave the channel link in the description, as mentioned before. It's the Weester18. He really has a heartwarming story. And I'd say the last one over here is my favorite collaborative buddy. Ain't you doing, ALG? Oh, who's that creature? Anyway, what I wanted to say was, please go check out ALG's channel. He's done so many collaborations with me this year. It's been really fun making stuff with him. He shares my passion of gaming. He shares my passion of YouTube. And it's just really nice to have someone in the business who has so much fun making videos with you as you do. You're just fun and muck about and, you know, make some content and hope someone watches it. But most of the time we just have fun making it. So please go check out his channel. He's also going to be in my links. He's also in my featured channel list. And you can just go back. I've done 2 vlogs with him before. I've done a Black Ops video with him before this year. And all 3 of them have got tremendous amount of views and support. So that's it. That's my shout outs. That's my year. That's how everything went. And thank you for joining me on this ride. And I hope you guys are ready. So strap in your seatbelts for 2019. It's going to go off with a bang. And hopefully it's going to end with a bang. We'll just try and keep on this growth. We'll try and keep on what I'm doing currently. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. Share this video with anyone you think might like something like this. And I'll see you around.
Ah, oh, that's hot. That's hot.